Hi there, welcome to another video. Been a little while. I've been thinking about doing this one for a while because I've got a few to show you. Recently was on Facebook Marketplace, and I think I told you in one of my earlier videos I picked up the Indiana Jones Laserdisc collection, and I said to myself, oh, I'm not going to get into this. I'm not going to be buying Laserdiscs. What's the point? I haven't got a player or anything like that. And then he posted all these ones up, and he wanted originally, I think there was some of them priced a bit crazy really, like some were £5, some were £10, £15. Anyway, I think he just had enough, and he listed all 30 for £30. So that was £1 each, and I was just like, I need to get these. Even though I haven't got a player or anything like that, I've no problem, you know, I'm probably not going to get a player anytime soon. But anyway, I just thought I'd show you these ones I picked up. Some of them can be framed, some of them I can try and put aside, some of them I might even try and sell. I don't know, you know, sell myself, but for 30 quid, for, you know, £1 each, it just had to be done. So the first one I'll show you is this special edition of the Sean Connery James Bond Thunderball, which comes with a few other bits and bobs, like a poster and all this and stuff, I think, and somewhere. But the size of these discs are just like how people used to watch these films on these. I just can't get my head around. I mean, it's like a vinyl. It's just crazy how big the discs are, and some of them span on about, like this one, I think it's got 4 discs that you flip like probably halfway through the film. It must be an absolute faff, but it would be interesting to see how good quality it would be really. But as I say, the players, I found one the other day, but it sounded really dodgy on cash. I think it was Cash Converters in Blackburn for like 40 quid, and it just didn't look right. And then you'll see ones for like £200-300. So I don't think I'll be picking one up anytime soon, but anyway, this is what I'm doing now. So there's that one. This one is mad. Dances with Wolves. This is really heavy. Massive edition here with art cards and a soundtrack in it. CD soundtrack that's not even been opened, still in the cellophane. And that's just a nice set. So I've actually, some of these films I haven't even seen, some of them I have. I've seen Dancing with Wolves, I've seen Thunderball, obviously. But yeah, that's a nice one for, I mean, a quid. It had to be done. This has just been announced recently that he's going to be doing a 4K version of it at the cinema soon, which means that we might actually get a Blu-ray or 4K release of it, because it's only ever had a DVD release. And this is James Cameron's The Abyss, which I haven't actually seen, to be honest, because I just never got around to it when I was younger, and I don't know why I've never bothered with it. I need to watch it because it's got one of my favourite actors in it, Michael Biehn, great actors, Ed Harris as well, and some of these are gatefold as well, so it's really nice. So inside you get like images from the film and some text there about how the film was made and what have you and stuff. But yeah, that's pretty cool. So that's The Abyss. This is quite a cool one. Kurt Russell in Backdraft. Not seen that for a very, very long time. Saw it when I was a kid, I think, but long time ago. But that's a nice one. So like I said, the imagery is pretty cool. So some of them might get framed. Kiddies Classic, Spielberg's E.T. Some of them are a little bit not in the best condition. You can see some like creases and stuff and things like that. So I think that's why he decided to try and squeeze a few of them at the same time. Because some of them are bare bones, like that's just a disc inside and that's it. But again, nice. E.T. John Carpenter's The Thing. Again, a very simple one. I'm just practicing, that's a bit turd, that one actually, to be honest. So I think some of them, you know, you just chucked in and like, you know, like I said though, for a quid, I can't really complain. This is a very random one. I'm hoping I might be able to sell this on a group that I'm on. Hollywood Chainsaw Hookers. Very random appearance. But yeah, sounds interesting. I haven't seen that, surprisingly. Another Spielberg, Schindler's List. Another gatefold edition, I believe. Yeah. I mean, obviously, very, you know, fantastic film. Every school should see this film, as far as I'm concerned. Every kid should have to watch this film when they're in high school to show them what actually happened. So that's Schindler's List. Forrest Gump, Tom Hanks. Yeah. Again, I think I've seen this one a long, long time ago. But yeah, good film. So that's Forrest Gump. Tom Cruise in Days of Thunder. I haven't actually seen this one. I've heard good things about it. I've got it on Blu-ray, I think. I still haven't watched it yet, but that's Days of Thunder. A Walt Disney masterpiece, Fantasia. Now, I didn't agree that it was a masterpiece when I saw it when I was a child. I couldn't stand it. I just did not like it at all from what I remember, and I don't think I've ever seen it since. I might appreciate it more now I'm a little bit older and stuff, but yeah, I just could not get my head around it when I was a kid. I remember when my mum took me to the cinema to see it. I think it's probably one of my very first cinema trips, and I just did not get my head around it. But yeah, that's Fantasia. This is quite cool because this has just been announced on 4K Criterion. This is the Criterion edition of Trainspotting, which originally I was going to offer him, I think I offered him £5 to pay for this, and obviously I got it for £1. It's pretty cool. You get like all this stuff inside, but you get all special features as well and stuff like that, and more writing about the film. So it's pretty cool. It's one of my favourite films ever made. That British films, Trainspotting. A lot of people regard this as the best film ever made. It's a good film. I really, really like it, but I wouldn't consider it to be the best film ever made. It is The Shawshank Redemption. It is a great film. I do agree, and one of my friends, Greg, he used to love this film, and I don't know if he still does, but he probably does. But it is a great, great film. Is it the best film ever made? I don't think so, but it's still a good film. I loved this film when I was younger, and I still like it now because I'm a big fan of Mel Gibson, despite his checkered past, but I think he's a great actor. This is obviously Braveheart. What I remember about this was just the brutal fight scenes and everything, stuff like that, and just some great acting, and like some early performances by Brendan Gleeson, and I can't remember the other guys now, but Brendan Gleeson and stuff like that. I think there's some a Game of Thrones guy was in this as well. Can't remember his name, but yeah, I mean they're really nice additions, and that one's in quite good condition, so that's quite cool. May frame that one, I'm not so sure, but yeah, that's Braveheart. Another classic from the 60s, I believe. It's Cool Hand Luke and Paul Newman. Again, I haven't seen this film. I don't know why. This is a bit of a bare bones edition by the looks of it, but yeah, that's Cool Hand Luke. Early 2000s, I think. Action. Jerry Bruckheimer. Armageddon. Starring Bruce Willis, Ben Affleck, Liv Tyler. That's Bruce Willis in Armageddon. I do remember seeing that at the cinema and enjoying it. Not seen it for a very long time. Natural Born Killers, starring Woody Harrelson. I do remember seeing it a long, long time ago. Very strange. I think it was one of Quentin Tarantino's earlier scripts that he sold to like fund some of his films that he made. I do remember it being a bit strange, and Robert Downey Jr. in it as well, and Tommy Lee Jones. It's a great cast. But yeah, it's an A1 one, but it's a cool image. That's Natural Born Killers. Trying to remember who directed this. Paul Thomas Anderson, Boogie Nights. That is a great film. I do remember seeing that not that long ago, really. Very good performance by Mark Wahlberg before he can become just this kind of action guy. Quite an emotional performance by him in this, really, and well worth checking out if you haven't seen it. That's Boogie Nights. This is one of mine and my brother's favourites from when we were younger. We used to watch this film over and over again. It's one of our favourites. It's Demolition Man, which I think this is definitely going to get framed, this one. What can I say about Demolition Man? The amounts of times my brother used to watch it, we still quote it today. Great performance by Sylvester Stallone. Wesley Snipes is just absolutely awesome. But yeah, great action film. Well worth your time if you haven't seen it. Great performance by both, obviously. Demolition Man. Arnie, first Arnie, one I managed to pick up. I've seen recently he's put up a few more, and he's selling Eraser and True Lies. I did think that he had True Lies, and he said, "Oh, I'll frame that." And it's like, well, obviously decided to sell it now, haven't you, swine? But anyway, this is Total Recall. Again, one of my favourite Arnold Schwarzenegger movies. It's actually one of the films where he's very good in it. Like, I mean, he's always good in it, but he actually is a good actor in this. I think he's definitely got a lot of, it showed that he had a bit of range, and he took on different projects, and he wasn't just going to be this action muscle star that ran around just shooting everybody. It's a good story behind this, and it is one of my favourites, and that's Total Recall. I haven't seen this film for a long time. I've been recently playing Dead Space on the PS5, and it reminded me of that when I saw it. and that is Event Horizon. Again, not seen it for a long time. This one's in good nick for some strange reason, still in the cellophane. That's a good one maybe to frame. Peter Jackson, Michael J. Fox, Frighteners. I do remember seeing that a long time ago. It is quite freaky. Bit like an adult kind of Ghostbusters, if you will, but it's been a long time since I saw it. But I do remember enjoying it. That's The Frighteners. Another Stallone. Again, I haven't seen this one, to be fair, though. This is The Specialist with Sharon Stone as well. It's supposed to be a good action movie. I haven't seen it. I have to watch it. Stanley Kubrick's Full Metal Jacket. That's a great image, that. Really like it. Dead simple, but really effective. Might frame that one. One of my classics from when I was a teenager. Loved this film. Starship Troopers. Not particularly chuffed with the front cover. It looks a bit photoshopped, but I remember seeing this when we were younger at the cinema. Absolutely loved it. Not seen it for a long time. But yeah, as a teenage guy, really enjoyed this film. And I'll leave you decide to what reasons for. Another Tarantino, From Dusk Till Dawn. Fantastic performance by George Clooney in this. I personally think it's still his best performance of all time. I think he's just brilliant in it. He come out of nowhere from the time. I didn't really know him, from ER. I never really saw him in ER, and then I saw him in this. I love the tattoo along his neck, and I think he played the part so well. And Tarantino actually acts quite well in this. He's not maybe the best actor, but he is actually pretty good in this. And it's just such a complete head spin. I remember when I first saw it, it scared me a little bit because I think I was a bit young when I watched it, and I was not expecting it to be as vicious as it was at the time. But now when you look at it, it's quite laughable. A bit like The Lost Boys, that kind of thing, that tone. But yeah, great action movie, From Dusk Till Dawn. This is one of my favourites. Nicolas Cage, Con Air, amazing performance from John Malkovich. And I like John Cusack a lot in it as well. And I used to watch this one again. I had it on videotape. There was 3 videotapes I used to watch like mad with Nicolas Cage. This, Face Off, and The Rock. This one remains one of my favourites. And despite, I don't like the last 10 minutes. I feel like it's just a bit added on with the chase through Vegas. I just don't think it's a bit unnecessary. And like Malkovich's death scene is a little bit silly. But the film is silly. And that's what's enjoyable about it. So that's Con Air. And then finally, this is the last one. I'm quite chuffed with this because he had this listed at a stupid price. He put it up at 20 quid. I've no idea why. It's not even a gatefold or anything like that. But this is Stay Hungry, starring in Arnold Schwarzenegger. Again, nice cover. Maybe worth framing that one. I have seen this and I remember very little about it. I didn't really particularly enjoy it that much. I think when I watched it at the time, I watched it when I was reading his biography. And you can tell it's obviously a very early performance by him. His English isn't great in it. It's not a bad little drama, but, he's kind of the draw in it. And then there's the story, and I just couldn't really get into the story too much. But anyway, that's my laser discs. Now, I said there were 30. I put 2 over there. Some of them were I think it was a music one and another film I'd never heard of. So I thought I'm not going to bother with them. So that's 28 laser discs there for £30, which I'm quite chuffed with. Let me know in the comments, have you got any laser discs? Do you have a player? I'd love to know what they look like. I've got, in my room up here, there's a plasma TV that my dad managed to repair for me, and it's got a great quality image, and there is some old auxiliary cables, so if I ever get one, it may work in that. But it's a great little TV on my wall. I might do a tour in the future and actually show it about. I've actually tidied it up a bit today because it was a dump the other day. There was lots of other stuff around it, but I've managed to tidy it up a little bit. So I might do a tour in the future. Anyway, hope you enjoyed the video. I'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.